There we go. Awesome. I think we're live now. Had a little difficulty there earlier. I thought I was streaming and I actually wasn't because I've been bouncing back and forth with what I've been doing with OBS. So just going to be working on the floor to this spaceship diorama thing, whatever it is. Not really sure what I'm doing exactly tonight. I might do a little of this, a little of something else. It's been pretty busy today. Everything's finally kind of died down. Have a chance to come in here and just chill out and work on this stuff a little bit. Got a crazy thunderstorm going on right now. Out the floor of this, I'm going to do a very simple paint job. It's just going to be like white and gray, like a spaceship floor, like generally white with gray like divisions through it. Super simple. I think that's working. Welcome to the stream, just doing a little late night crafting. Been meaning to work on this spaceship floor for this guy right here. Dude, I don't even have a sandwich. It's like, a little late and it's so late that I ate dinner and I got hungry again. I'm eating like bread, literally just bread. And it tastes good too, so that tells you that, yeah, could use a sandwich, but we're gonna go with bread. Should probably do this with sandpaper. I'm just taking a little bit of the edge off here. Hey, yeah. It's hard. I shouldn't complain, right? It's hard to complain about bread. We had some ice storms here in Texas last week, and there was actually no bread on the shelf, so we went out of bread for like 3 days. So I guess I should be pretty happy about my bread situation. So this is gonna fit like right in here. Yeah, that's gonna look cool, I think. I'm originally from up north in New York, and it's different. It's just different. Yes, the ice was pretty bad for a while, and it was steady doing it for maybe 3 days or so. There's got to be some kind of dividing line here. We got thunderstorms right now, although it seems like I'm not hearing the thunder quite so much. What part of where are you at, Martin? Oh yeah, I'm sure it gets crazy. Yeah, it gets cold up there, for sure. We definitely got way more snow in New York, but the ice here in Texas is definitely worse. Usually you would have ice in New York because you'd get snow and then it would, melt and then slush over and then turn to ice again. Plus, they're just not as equipped down here to deal with it. Yeah, Texas is crazy though. It was, like 20 degrees last week, and then this week we're back at like 75 or whatever. It just, in the middle of the winter here, sometimes you'll get an 80-degree day, like 82 degrees, and then it'll just go back to like the 30s. It's really good weather to get sick in. Steve, what's up, man? I keep meaning to do a stream earlier on here, but always end up with the midnight crafting stream. The Briscoe, what's up, man? It's going good. Going good. What do I want here? Yeah. Briscoe, did you catch that interview with Rocco on What a Funks earlier? Yeah, you were in there. On my brain. I'm multitasking all the time. I can't remember half of what I'm doing. Originally from New York, so yeah. Yeah, I imagine, after being in Texas, though, I kind of miss the winter a little bit. I miss the snow. Like, the snow... Sometimes the snow is horrible. I don't really miss shoveling the snow. But, yeah, I just sometimes miss it. And the summers here are brutal. Like, last year, we must have had 30 days over 100. Probably more. Maybe like 40 days over 100. And a lot of them were right in a row. It was just like... You're done. You're not doing anything. Yeah, Briscoe, I agree. I think John did a really good job on that. And I think he'll only get better as he does more of them. There ain't no beach here, man. It's Texas. There's a beach if you go down to the Gulf, but it's not really the same. There's lakes here and there, but it's not like the coast. I used to like the warm weather when I was younger, but I got like heat exhaustion, and I think I had a heat stroke, honestly, but I didn't go to the hospital. And ever since then, me and the warm weather, like when it gets really hot like that, I don't get along so well. It kind of calmed down, but I won't mess around with that because that was not fun. Eduardo, how you doing, man? -20. Wow. Well, Maine, yeah, Maine is crazy, but Maine is beautiful. I don't think I've ever been to Maine. Looked at pictures. I don't know, I might have been to Maine. I've gone up to Canada as a kid a few times. I don't know, if I did, I was very young. Okay. Is that what we're gonna go with? Just white and gray? Yeah. Yeah, I think Alaska would be cool. And then you see that negative 40 degrees. Wow. That's gotta be something. I used to work in a freezer sometimes, and it was like -4, -5, and you're like dying in there after about 10 or 15 minutes. Is it really late where you guys are at? Some white rain.
Perfect.
Right on, right on. Yeah, it's 12:12 right here. Oh, 10 p.m. You're cheating, Briscoe. It's still like a civilized time. So that means you guys are on West Coast. Toys of all time. Thank you. Favorite diorama artist. You're too kind. Need a bigger brush than this. These are all nasty though. Sean Jones, what's up? Yeah, live on the YouTubes. Every now and then. SE Texas. What is SE Texas? SA? San Antonio? Southeast Texas? Okay, okay. I'm actually in DFW. I usually don't paint things white, so I have no idea how this is going to come out. We're just going to go, it's probably going to take a few coats to cover, at least 2, maybe more. Yeah, this is the floor to the space dio. I've kind of been slacking on it a little bit. I've had other stuff going on, but yeah, it's this dio right here. It's more like a display than a diorama. And this is going to go right here. So the floor will be white, and then all these lines will be like gray. And what I'm going to do back here too is I'm going to put a little bar and maybe put like a no step sticker on it or something so you'll see it through the door, and then that'll allow me to slide different doors between this bar and the back of the diorama so I could decorate different doors to have different looks. Originally I was going to do a door like this, but I went to make it and it didn't come out right. I still have this, so I might do that, but I was just like, I'm gonna do something else just to kind of move it along, and then I'm making it to where it's modular and I can always go back in and change it later. Oh, cool. Martin, you know, it's really not that important. The brushes, you can get the cheapos, but you want to get flats, right? You're going to only use flats for this stuff for the most part, unless you're doing really small details, and then you'll want, you know, small pointy detail brushes. Yeah, Next Generation Enterprise door. I spent a ton of time watching Star Trek The Next Generation, so even though I wasn't really thinking that, it's kind of ingrained in my mind. So, no doubt. I've watched every episode of The Next Generation at least 3 or 4 times. As I was a kid when it came out. I think it came out in '87 maybe? And I used to watch the original series when it came on with my aunt, who was a big Trekkie. And then when The Next Generation came out, we obviously watched that a lot. And then when I got Netflix for the first time, back when they started doing like the DVDs they would mail. Change the wake load for Alex computer. Okay. Yeah, no, Alexa, the computer. Yeah, I don't use Alexa or any of that stuff, but that's cool. I always thought that would be neat to have that, you know. Computer. But yeah, when they changed, when they came up with Netflix and you used to get the discs in the mail, I watched every single episode of The Next Generation, every single episode of Voyager, every single episode of Deep Space Nine, every single episode of Enterprise. And then I watched all those again at least 2 more times on streaming over the years. It's kind of like comfort food to me, you know? It's very comforting just to watch through those. And I can just kind of play in the background because I know every episode already. And there's oh damn. Yeah, I want that gray line to come down the front. It's going to look better. I want it to come down the front. 87 to 94, yeah, that sounds right. Nice. Behind the scenes of the original Trek. Yeah. Yeah, with the ropes. They got it done though. You know, they had Star Trek, that was considered amazing effects they had back then. That transporter effect used to cost tens of thousands of dollars to do. What am I doing? I'm drinking tea, I'm drinking water. And I'm about to drink seltzer. Yeah, I like Deep Space Nine too. Have you seen Babylon 5? Because, you know, I don't know if you're familiar with that thing that was going on where I think some of the writers left and there was this feud, but Babylon 5 was awesome. Okay, where's my little... I didn't think I was gonna like Voyager at first, but it kind of grew on me. Am I gonna mess this up like this? I might. Enterprise was great, I thought. You know, it got a lot of flack for some reason or another, but I don't even pay attention to what critics usually say about anything. I find that there's plenty of stuff that I just like, and because I like corny stuff. I like cheesy science fiction, old science fiction movies and shows, like crappy B science fiction. It's kind of like warm, fuzzy feelings watching that stuff, so... Yeah, and like I said, I went back and watched Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and Enterprise. I didn't actually have cable I never had cable. I think my parents or my dad might have had it for a little while, but I didn't watch TV. I watched broadcast TV as a kid, and then I was just kind of out of pop culture for, I don't even know, 15 years, until streaming became a big thing. Yeah, I love the old Enterprise. I mean, the Next Generation Enterprise. I do too. Yeah, back when it first came out, it just basically felt like very luxurious for a spaceship. You know, they didn't have anything like that in popular fiction yet. It was just almost like a cruise ship in space. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. I don't remember that with Babylon 5. I remember, like, the overall story and the whole... I just remember there was a very, like, pseudo-religious aspect to it, just like there was in Deep Space Nine as well. And I know the effects were horrible on Babylon 5 when they started it, but they got progressively better, because they had almost no budget when they first made it. And somehow, despite having almost no budget, they still were competing with Deep Space Nine for, I think, almost their entire run, so it's pretty impressive. You hear that? Alright, I'm gonna leave that. So if I try to paint on it some more, it's just going to smear it all up. Should have had a plan for this. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's loud, and I don't even have my big microphone hooked up. It's the one off this overhead camera, but it's a pretty good mic on there. Were they really on a home computer, or are you just being funny? But I'd believe it. I mean, they were pretty bad at first, but home computers really sucked back then, so I don't know. Maybe though. Oh, it was a Mac? Oh, no, I believe you. I mean, they were rough in the beginning, so I definitely believe you. Rewatch Babylon 5 again. It's been a long time. And actually, I was just thinking about starting up Next Generation or something again. But now that I think about it, maybe running through Babylon 5 might be a good idea. It takes a while though. Those are pretty long series. Like that. That looks not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I don't know. I have to look that up. That's what I was just thinking. I don't think I've seen it on Netflix. Using some more of this EVA foam, I think, for some details. Never worked with this before, but I've really been liking it. Okay, I need to clear this off. I'm trying to do painting and cutting here, bouncing back and forth. I'm going to look it up real quick where it's streaming because I'm interested. Looks like it might be on Prime. But they want you to pay for it. No, I'm not. Well, I mean, no. I don't know. I'll look it up later. I'm pretty sure I watched it all on Netflix, but that was a long time ago. They're always changing their licenses. Everything up. No. Is it straight? Yeah, that'll work. Cool. And we'll chop it right around there. Yeah, Briscoe, I don't know. Maybe I'm in half-price books all the time buying books. Maybe I'll see what they got in there. Just like that. Okay, Vox Machina. Yes, I have. I watched the first season, and I just noticed the second season is up. Haven't seen it yet. I know it's based off of, I think it's called the Critical Role podcast, which I've never known about, but It reminds me a lot of playing Dungeons and Dragons a long time ago with a bunch of drunken stone nutjobs. So yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a little crazy, but it was fun. What'd you think? Yeah, definitely. I found the over-the-top, like heavy-handed roleplay characters funny. You know, like the way the bard was just, or I don't know if it was a bard or I think it was a bard, was just like super bardy. It was very very on the nose. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see what they had on there. I just saw that there was a new season available. What about The Expanse? Did any of you guys watch The Expanse on there, if you like science fiction, on Amazon Prime? The Expanse was one of those that I just thought it was absolutely amazing. The first, pretty much almost up to the last. Yes, it's amazing. It's definitely amazing. Definitely worth watching The Expanse. I would say it's the best, widely available science fiction made that I've seen in 10 years or more. But I think there's 5 seasons. It's either 5 or 6 seasons. The first 4 seasons were great. The first 2 were amazing. But as it got towards the last season, I felt like they didn't wrap it up quite as well as they could have. They kind of got a little rushed, which is a shame, but it's still worth a watch because just the world building and the characters is just tremendous. I mean, the science fiction technology that they have in it is very unique, I would say. They did a good job of setting it apart. If you ever played the Mass Effect games, it kind of feels like that a little bit. Brick something, how are you doing? Yeah, it's a little slow in spots, and I did feel like it did feel slow at some spots, but I found it really good. Six seasons of The Expanse. Okay. Yeah, Mass Effect was awesome when it came out, Briscoe. I think I only played, it was either the first 2 or 3, but storyline, awesome. Gameplay was good. Really, really good. I need to go back through one day. I don't have any time right now, but I really want to go back through and play a lot of those Xbox 360 games. Xbox 360 was an awesome system for lots of stuff. I mean, Gears of War was great, but those RPG style games that came out in that time, you had like Mass Effect, a lot of the Elder Scrolls games, what's that other one, Dragon Age, all those. They were really, like, there was a lot of good RPGs on that system. I don't know if anyone here has played, because Mass Effect was first person, maybe third person, whatever, that kind of style of game, almost like a shooter, sort of. But really felt like the world felt like a computer game I used to play called Galactic Civilizations, which was also a game older than that called Masters of Orion. I don't know if you guys played old school computer games, but they were like strategy, kind of like, you know, Sid Meier's Civilization a little bit, but in space. Super, super epic games. And almost the storyline, I think, on Galactic Civilizations 2 was pretty close to what Mass Effect was. Yeah, break something, and that's the thing, like, the plots were very interesting, the characters were very distinct and memorable. Well, some of them were, you know. Holden, not so much, the main guy, really. He was pretty generic, I'd say. But, I mean, some interesting backstory with him, with his parents, his upbringing. I like, obviously, Amos, great character. I like the Martian pilot dude. Bobby, the female Martian Marine, although she's kind of acts like a, I don't know, sometimes, but I do like the character. What was the other one? Oh yeah, the UN lady. The lady that sounds like she's gonna be like totally proper and then just starts cursing like nonstop. She did a good job on that character. Splinter Cell. You know, I never played it, but I remember it being very, very popular. Okay. These are going to go somewhere up here, like that. I don't know if I should add more things to them or just paint them white. I might just paint them white and then we'll see after. I need one more, though. Is this too small? Yeah, it's too small. So, yeah, I'm building just parts to this spaceship door diorama, or, you know, it's like in the spaceship, like walking down the hallway or something. So we have that, and I was working on the base for that today. So most of this was already done, or all of that was already done. So I'm gonna do some, this is all gonna be white, and then in here will be gray. This is the door, and I'm gonna build like a little mechanism to hold different doors that can sit back there behind there. And I might attach the whole thing with magnets. I didn't really think this one out too well. I was just kind of experimenting with this EVA foam that I never really use. So, yeah, we're just building little pieces that are going to be accents on the top here. Because I could leave it plain, but I don't know. I think it looks cool with more little things on there. So we already have some other pieces. Let me move. Let me move. I just got glue on my mouse. So we already have some other pieces that are going to go in here, like this little control panel, and let me move again. Let me move again. Ah! And this guy's going to go down here, like that. I'll paint those up, and so it'll have a little more detail on it now, but not too much. I'm going for kind of not super realistic, a little bit more cartoony. I'm sticking with these colors. Normally I would paint all this, but I was like, you know, I don't know. I never paint vibrant colors like this, and I just kind of like the way it looks, so. Thank you. Yeah, that's just Mod Podge. Now, most of this I used tacky glue, but like I said, I haven't really worked with this EVA foam that much on pink foam with dioramas, so I'm kind of experimenting. All these pieces on top that look like cheese, that everyone was telling me was cheese in my Instagram reels, that was all glued with just Mod Podge. But everything else before that, I used the tacky glue. The tacky glue is a little bit thicker, and I had a little bit harder time like smoothing it out, but I don't know how well the Mod Podge is going to stick. It seems like it's doing okay. I think the main problem with this whole thing this stuff might come up over time. I'm not sure, but it's an experiment. I could just Mod Podge the whole thing, but I like the finish of it right now, and the texture. You know, I kind of don't want to do that. Steve Michael, are you building this to showcase any particular figures? No. No, not really. Not this one. Okay, I need... I'll paint that again in a second. Pen. Where's my pen? Dude, I am a mess. There we go. Found the pen, and I found a piece of chocolate. Look at that. Does anybody have any ideas on what figure would look good in there? Because it kind of gives me an Overwatch vibe a little bit, but I don't have any of those. Oh, something's not kosher there. That's not really lining up. Yeah, random chocolate, absolutely. Yeah, right? Steve Michael, I was thinking that. I was thinking... But you know what I kept thinking is, like, there's really not... I can't think of any science fiction figures like what I'm thinking of. Like, are there good looking, you know, just like ship crew figures or a captain or something like that? I can't, nothing comes to mind. I mean, I don't collect any Star Trek. I really don't collect figures. I do have some though, obviously, for photography, and my friend is a big collector, so I can always like dip into his collection for something. But yeah, a lot of the Star Trek figures were not that great, and this is built more to a 6-inch scale. I think I have a Spock, but he's in package, but he's huge. I don't want to open him up. You know what? I was looking at those Cosmic Legions, but I haven't recently. But now that you mention it, I do need to look at those again. I remember when that first dropped, like the pre-order for the, was it like those wing guys, and they said they lived on some kind of prison ship or something like that. And I was thinking about making this giant, like, prison transport with all the different cells, like, on 2 layers, with like a force field, you know, an acrylic sheet with like an LED shining up on it, so it would look like a force field when you took a picture of it. I've just been on the trying new materials kick lately. So that's mainly what that was, is just like an experiment, and it came out pretty good so far, so I might do something different with the material too. I'm kind of thinking a hallway would be cool, and then, you know, some like supports and stuff, and just have it all panelized with that the whole way down. Any of you guys own any Cosmic Legions, or is that shipped yet? I'm not even sure. Briscoe, I've done smaller scale dials before. Don't think I've done for G.I. Joe. Maybe Star Wars? No, you know what? I might have done a G.I. Joe, but this was like years ago. Someone asked me to do one. I know I did something for Mini-Mates a few times. At least twice. Like just some walls and stuff. I could. You know, building in the smaller scales is actually nicer sometimes. Because, well, first of all, you can build more massive things, and it kind of tends to go a little bit quicker. Even though getting the details is a little bit more fiddly, people are also not expecting as much detail on a smaller scale, so you can kind of just, you know, I mean, there's a point to where, you know, this foam won't take bricks that are, you know, 1 centimeter or something crazy, so you have to kind of make it a little more, you know, an artistic choice to kind of make it look like that, and it's not going to be 100%, so you just get like the texture down. But for that scale G.I. Joe, yeah, that would be fun, doing like bunkers or something like that, or like an outdoor, like a hill, like a tower on it. That could be fun. Brick something. Yeah, that pre-order gets dangerous, man. For sure. Those pre-orders. I mean, people didn't used to pre-order toys, and now, like, all the companies have kind of switched to that. And I mean, I guess it's cool. Probably a little dangerous for the budget sometimes. I was pretty tempted by the Father Christmas. The Father Christmas was very cool, but some of the wizards they had I thought looked pretty cool. That's not Cosmic Legions, though. That was Mythic Legions. Okay, these are good. Let's put them over here for a bit. Joy Toy. Yes, Briscoe. I've been looking at Joy Toy, and I used to play Warhammer 40K a long time ago. Steve Michael, thank you. Yes, don't forget to like the live stream. I appreciate that. I used to play Warhammer 40K, Dark Angels. I did have a Dark Eldar army also, but I usually played Dark Angels. And yeah, I thought those Joy toys looked amazing. A lot of the Warhammer toys in the past have looked, you know, very no dry brushing, not nuanced, just flat color figures. Some of them were okay, but those Joy toy, man, they look good. Break something. Did you get the Father Christmas? Thank you guys for hanging out. It's a lot easier to do this with people to talk to instead of just kind of talking to myself. Next, I'm going to take this again. Another cup. Awesome. I expect we're going to see a lot of that Father Christmas next year during the holiday season. I'm guessing that's something they're only doing like 1 year, right? They might do something different next year, but not that same figure. There were those Santa figures too on Big Bad. I think it might might be the Naughty or Nice. They had like the zombies and all that crazy stuff. But a buddy of mine got that Santa, and he said that was pretty cool too. Nice. I really like holiday themed stuff for toys and dioramas too. I mean, I didn't finish it, but I was doing that graveyard this Halloween, and I did that Santa's workshop that I didn't get totally done, but I got the building done, and I didn't, you know, I'll work on that again next year. So that's kind of cool. I was thinking, oh man, I got to rush to get this done, and I was like, no, I don't. You get it, you know, presentable. You can put up what you got, and then I'm not selling those, so I'll just work on them again, you know, coming into next year. Add some more detail, maybe do some different furniture or something. Totally cool. Figure Obscura. Nice. Very cool. Brick something. I will go check you out here when we're done. Let me write it down. So the only thing about the Joy Toy is it's a little bit smaller, right? I think it's like did it say 1/18th scale? I think it's 1/18th scale. Yeah, I think it's 1/18th scale. I never actually messed with that scale, so I'm not sure how tall that would be. Is that like a 4-inch figure or something like that? Although Space Marines are supposed to be really tall, so I'm not sure how that works out. Brick something, yes. Start small. Yeah, do single figure displays, just like a floor and a back. You see me doing that right here. I mean, this is a little bit bigger, but you could do just a floor and a back, like for a single figure, to try different techniques or different styles of stuff. It's not expensive at all to get into. You can do it super, super cheap. You don't have to use pink foam if you don't want to, although it's probably the most widely used material. Okay. Yeah, I might look at some Joy Toy. Actually, I know they sell Joy Toy on Entertainment Earth because I'm an Entertainment Earth affiliate, and if you guys do buy anything from Entertainment Earth, feel free to show some support and use my code. That's randomdio, and you will get 10% off if the item is in stock on Entertainment Earth. And those Joy Toys are pretty pricey, so 10% can't hurt. 3.75 to 4 inches. Okay. Okay. Brick something. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I like... A couple of things I really like about this hobby is... Sometimes it's something that gets people into doing something kind of crafty, and they normally wouldn't be a crafty or like an art geared type of person. It also adds an aspect of, you know, doing something with your hands to your hobby of collecting toys. So a lot of people, not just guys, keep saying guys, that's a northern thing, guys. A lot of people just collect toys, and that's cool, but having something to do that you kind of make yourself, and there's a little bit of productivity in there, and also it's like a confidence builder, right? Because some of this stuff is pretty simple, and once you see you can make something, it's good. It's always good to make something. Yeah, Entertainment Earth has a ton of stuff on there, for sure. Like any other toy place, lots of times you're waiting for them to come back in stock, but they have so many items that the last time I looked, there was definitely quite a bit of Joy Toy on there in stock. And they had like the Dreadnought and some other kind of loader thing. Almost looked like an Aliens loader. Not really familiar with that from Warhammer, but I played a long time ago. I know there's been all kinds of changes. Something, yeah, I think so too. Lots of things you can do, right? You could be doing doll houses, you could be doing war games terrain, or terrain for, look at my hands, could be doing terrain for Dungeons and Dragons, Warhammer, just miniatures in general. You can even do like holiday stuff, like Christmas Village, Halloween Village, action figure dioramas. Really cool. A lot of this is the same stuff you do for making cosplay. Yeah, there's a guy, Euler's Workshop, and he used to do drafting, like architectural style drafting, I guess, like for, I don't know if it was like for patents or if he did specifically for architecture, but you can tell when he's building stuff, he's able to like draw out angles and lines. And I mean, if you ever try to do anything with like a roof and get the angles to line up with like one part of the roof fitting into the other part in a model from scratch, it takes me like forever to get the compass and try to figure out what the angle needs to be. But he's just like does it by eye. I don't know if he does it by eye or whatever. It looks like he does. He might be making it look like that on the video, but he just zips it and it all fits together. So definitely different skills apply. Okay, what am I gonna do next? I think I'm gonna base coat these two brown and get another makeshift palette. No doubt those Joy Toy 40K figures are sweet looking. They have all kinds of crazy accessories, helmet comes off. No pressure, but that's there if you want to use it. I get the 10% off too. Pretty cool. Obviously, I get some commission off that. Uh-oh, there goes my nighttime setting. It's only in-stock items though, so if the item is not in stock, you don't get the 10%. But I think there's actually free shipping over a certain dollar amount too if you use an affiliate code with them. Thank you. Yeah, we made these on another stream a while back. You know, just cut the foam up with the Proxxon hot wire cutter and then texture it with a wire brush. What are we using? We're gonna use, yeah, we'll use this. Now my hands are gonna get totally covered in brown paint, but that's okay. What's that music volume level like? Is that too loud or pretty good? No one's complained. Thank you. Yeah, I make a lot of these crates because they look really good when you have a bunch of them stacked up, like this. Okay, thank you on the music, guys. Slowly getting the hang of using this streaming software. You can pay for StreamYards, but it's still built off of OBS, and that's what this is, OBS. This is the OG free version. I think you can do most of the same stuff, it's just more convoluted to get it done. McFarlane ones, huh? Yeah, I mean, they look good, the sculpts look good, but I just felt that they... Obviously, there's a huge price point difference between those and the Joy Toy, but I just was really impressed with the paint and just the level of detail on the Joy Toy. Although the McFarlanes, the sculpt looked good. They did like flat paint on most of them. I gotta check out the Gene Stealer. Gene Stealer. I guess is that a Tyranid? Briscoe. Nice. My old roommate used to play Tyranids. Tyranids, the original Zerg. Oh, cool. Yeah, I went through this weird phase where I got rid of all my stuff. So I kind of I wasn't gaming, I'm still not gaming, but I just kind of stopped doing all of the nerd paraphernalia. I had all my Magic, 3rd edition Magic cards, 2nd edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I had like 3 or 4 player books. I had deities and demigods that an older guy gave to me a long time ago. And all of this old stuff, my huge Dark Angels army, probably about 15,000 Magic cards, mostly from 3rd edition. I had some Dark, some Legends, some maybe 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So all this old stuff, and most of it I got rid of, sold. Yeah, some of it was okay prices, but everything's like triple, quadruple now, so it's just one of those. had some of those old Space Marines with like the pointy face, the metal ones that weren't even painted. Michael, yeah, it's basic. My stuff is pretty straightforward. Base coat, and if it's sometimes dry brush, sometimes wash and dry brush, and then wash again. You know, not hard. Most of it, I think, is just do it a little bit and. Confidence. Also, if you ever don't know what colors are going to go together good, go on Pinterest, go on Google, and just type in color palette or color scheme, and it'll give you ideas so you're not guessing on what colors you think might go together well. But thank you. Sure. I used to paint miniatures a long time ago, but I wasn't super good at it or anything. Reasonably okay at the time, but I was like 14 when I started playing with it. Didn't really have much materials, just just a regular Citadel standard paint set, paintbrush. This music is from YouTube. It's claims to be, and everyone, I had to read all the comments, or a lot of them, and people seem to not have problems with it, but this one says it's copyright free, safe for streaming, lo-fi, and chill. So... But sometimes something will say it's safe for streaming, and I'll read in the comments, and people will just start saying they're getting copyright strikes anyway. I'm not monetized yet, so I don't think it's a major deal, but I still don't want to get in the habit of doing that either way. This is what it looks like. I'll switch to it real quick. That's the stream that's playing the music. Yeah, I need the hours. I kind of mainly the last year or so that I've been really doing this again a lot. I've been more focused on short form content, Instagram, that kind of stuff. I didn't have a computer that could handle editing YouTube videos either. It was like choking, and I've got some stuff upgraded, and also something else, a laptop, so I can do that. But some of the videos I want to shoot on YouTube, I kind of just feel like I don't have the space. I want to do bigger dioramas, and I need to be able to leave them somewhere set up and come back to it and work on it, because I can't finish them in one seating, and I'm just doing too many things at once. So I don't know. I got to come up with a strategy for YouTube to create some content on there. I'm pretty good with the short form content. I want to do some more long form content. I've been kind of struggling with that. So this will help with watch time hours. It already is a little bit, but I got a long ways to go. I mean, I'm like nowhere near, like 1/4 of what I need. Hey, what a funk, John. What's up, man? Still up, dude. You don't sleep either. That was a good show, by the way. Brick something. Sleep is a good thing. So if you gotta sleep, go ahead and do that. Have a good night. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, for real. John, are you working on something? Or like you got something going while you have this in the background? Or are you just relaxing late at night? Thanks for stopping by. For sure. It's kind of crazy that I could just sit here and work on bits of dioramas at 1 o'clock in the morning and people are hanging out talking. So it's very cool. Thank you guys for coming through. Nice. Yeah, I find late at night or early in the morning are the best times to kind of just be creative because you don't feel any pressure. Depends on the morning, but people make it difficult to have that focus and chilled out vibe that I need to be coming up with anything or just zoning out. Oh my God, I'm drinking 3 drinks here. Finish up the tea. I missed something with Steve. Music, you're not monetized. Yes, I'm not monetized, so if anyone wants to go watch a bunch of old videos of mine, please do so. Speaking of... Oh, color illiterate. Yeah, with color, just emulate. Everyone uses similar color schemes. You can always make a little variation, but color is like a science, Watch a video on the color wheel and it'll give you all kinds of ideas. Okay. Oh, sit by the water. Yeah, that sounds great. Too bad I'm in Texas. I mean, there's a lake. But, yeah. No, the morning I'm pretty good. I'm industrious in the morning. I can get a lot done. But once it gets to around like 11, the middle of the day, I'm like a sloth, man. I can't. I mean, if I have something that's brainless to do, I can get it done. But if I have to think about it at all, it just doesn't happen very well. Okay, so I made those. I got this is painted. That's still drying. What else? Three of those. You know what? I'll talk about this for a minute. This is unrelated. I better move all this crap. Briscoe, yeah. So I get a lot of ideas, except when I need them. My brain, when it's not time to do that, like I still have a part-time job. So when I'm at work, my brain is like cranking stuff out. I have to write things down or put them in a notepad. But when I'm actually sit down to do stuff, sometimes nothing. I mean, sometimes I do, but sometimes nothing. I have to keep lists and notes. You know, when you get an idea, when inspiration strikes for something, you really gotta kind of jump on it. Alright, putting that down. And here's like a crazy thing. Might as well look at this because I'm waiting on some stuff to dry. Not something I would normally do, right? This is just like a little model kit diorama. It's almost like a dollhouse style thing. No, I didn't see the mini NYC dioramas, but John, you could send me a link on Instagram. I'll look at it for sure. Have you done fire escapes yet? I did a fire escape a long time ago, but I haven't done any tutorials on fire escapes. But Steve Michael, Oiler's Workshop is on YouTube and on Instagram, but he just did a really cool fire escape tutorial. So Oiler's Workshop on YouTube. He just did one. So look at that. Look at all those little crazy details. And all that's in here. And the main reason why I got this was kind of for inspiration on how they build some of this stuff. Yeah, it is really cool. So it's got these crazy instructions, and like you put together all of this furniture. Like, good grief, look at the drawers. I mean, it looks like a lot of work. Honestly, it's gonna take, I don't know. I mean, I get nervous when I see tweezers, but I was thinking, looking at all this stuff, how it's flat packed. I mean, look at the pieces. It's gonna give me a lot of ideas. I mean, the little props and stuff. I couldn't believe it came with glue. I've never bought a model kit that came with glue, so I don't know, maybe that's because this is, I don't know, it is a diorama, but I'm assuming that maybe this is geared to be more friendly for a female audience, because it's kind of dollhousey, but to have the glue, I was like, wow, holy crap. So just parts and parts and parts and little potion bottles and stuff. It even comes with LEDs. This is an LED light for this part right here that hangs down in the shop. T. Collins Entertainment, what's up, man? Bunch of flat packed wood. But yeah, I thought just watching, like going through this and seeing how everything's cut might give me some ideas for, you know, how to build furniture and different methods. I've done some furniture out of popsicle sticks, out of wood, and out of foam. But, you know, pretty cool. Am I gonna get to it? I don't know, man. That's the plan. This looks like at least like a 20-hour project to me, but I'm not sure. I got this off of Amazon. Yeah, it does look intense. Does it have a scale? It doesn't say, but I know with doll houses, things are usually either full scale or half scale. Full scale being 1/12, like action figures, and half scale being 1/24 scale. So looking at it, I would guess it's 1/24 scale, but it doesn't indicate on here at all. Yeah, this company makes like those book nooks, you know, have you seen those things? Look really cool too. It's just like a book that sits inside your bookshelf, but it's a diorama. I'm sure you guys have seen them on, it's all over like TikTok and Instagram lately. Okay. I could fire up a hot glue gun and glue this together. Yeah, look it up. A book nook. I don't know. Let me see if I can find something real quick. An example. They look awesome, actually. Let's see. Yeah, something like they have all different styles of those, and I saw some that had an infinity mirror in the back of it. So you're just like, I think it almost looked like a Harry Potter one where there was the street winding down the alley, and then in the back of it, it just goes on forever because it's an infinity mirror. So they had some really creative stuff with that. Okay. I need to do something else, but I don't know what. Oh, I could look at the door. That's what I can do. I can mess with the door. I don't know what I want to do with this yet. Let me look on Pinterest. So, yeah, John, the door, I'm going to make it to where it can have different doors. So this one's going to be a little bit more plain. I showed some of the guys earlier. Originally, I was going to do a door like this. It kind of opened. But I had some problems with that, and I was just like, let me make it to where I can just swap the doors out and do different things. So we're gonna have, obviously this goes like this, like that. So I'm gonna put a piece down on the back, and then I can slide the door in between where the wall is and this piece right here to hold the door. But when the door is up, you're gonna see that bar. So I thought I would put maybe a no step decal or something, and maybe I don't know, maybe I'll put some caution stripes. I don't know if caution stripes will go with this. Maybe gray caution stripes, something like that. But I'm not sure yet with the door. Space doors are cool. You can do all kinds of things. Thinking I want to do like some kind of line and then maybe a number like 01 or 02 or something, but I don't have any stencil numbers. I'd have to cut some out or go buy some. So I'm not really sure yet. There is definitely book nook tutorials on YouTube if you want to make them from scratch. But you can get the kit also. I'm just going to start cutting stuff because I'm not sure what to do next, so I'm just going to make some little weird things to go together. Arkham City front gate wall, that sounds awesome. a big project like that can be intimidating for sure. What are you making the Arkham City wall gate out of? Is it all foam, or are you using like foam and wood? Yeah, that's a good question too. Is it for 7-inch, like 1/10 scale, or are you doing it in 1/12? Yeah, cardboard's pretty useful and cheap. Okay, 1/12. Yeah, you know, I have a huge. It's not easy videoing as you're making something. You can kind of do steps sometimes, but to try and video the whole thing is. I mean, I don't know if he is or not. That'd be awesome if he was, but it's quite difficult, especially with a bigger project when you're always doing things in different spots, stopping and starting so much to have to worry about getting the camera up and running and all that it's quite a task. Yeah, T. Collins, that's a lot easier to do. But that's what I'd really like to get to doing eventually, is doing like having the camera set up somewhere permanently and do like time-lapse videos start to finish of larger projects. very difficult to do. Or it takes a lot of additional effort, I should say. This is like the absolute worst brush for doing this. I mean, total slop job here. What is it? It's 1:30 in the morning. Probably going to come out amazing because I just don't care anymore. As far as dioramas, I've done like a street corner diorama that was pretty big. I built whole wargaming tables back in the day. I don't have any pictures of that. That was before digital cameras were much of a thing. I didn't have one. But the graveyard diorama is pretty big, but I didn't really finish it. Yeah. Just kind of winging it. Can you see? Oh yeah, there's part of that street corner in the back there. Oh, nice. Thank you. Yeah, that thing was big, but it was so big that I didn't add. I needed to do some more like structural details off the wall, and like I said, I'm going to work on it more next year. I want to get like a big gnarly tree in there too. I have some small trees, and I got some plastic like Halloween decoration trees on clearance at Wally for like super cheap, and so those are going to look really good. Like the pattern of the plastic mold is really good for spooky trees. They're a little small, but you know, it'll work well. Okay, now we're gonna paint some gray. Yeah, you can see the size of this. So I think we're going to go for the lighter one. What do I need? Yeah, figure customizing, totally different thing. Even the paints, like to get them to work well. Did you have fun with it? Was it frustrating? Did you learn anything? come out a little better if I just go slow, do it by hand. No cheating method. Martin, thanks for hanging out, and yeah, get to bed. I'll try to do a stream in like normal hours. This is the absolute worst time for traffic as well, obviously, but you know, it's just a chill time for me to hang out, and I kind of like the vibe. You know, you guys have been really cool. So, good night, and thanks for coming by, Martin. Messing this all up. But you know what? You paint out the lines, you can always go back through and cover stuff up. It's not the end of the world. John still in here? You still awake, John, or are you doing something else now? I'm curious as to what he's working on. He's got some new What a Funk designs he's working on, I'm sure. Take care, Steve. I'm gonna fall out soon too. I gotta do some stuff. Oh, there you are. What are you working on, John? I was just wondering. What kind of designs? Anything specific, or is this like is it trade secret? Can't know, or like for any specific article of clothing or seasonal design? My eyes are starting to suck as I get older. My goodness. Got a lot coming. Oh, cool. Oh, sticker designs. Okay. Very cool. I tried to do a little bit of that at one point, and I sucked at it. I'd probably be better now. I have more patience. Have you done any like sticker designs specifically for like the live stream, like What a Funk live stream, or like ANT won't stop eating tacos or something? I don't know, just to kind of tie in with the lore of the stream. And good night, Steve. If I didn't say it, I probably did. Yeah, the Mandalorian would. Nope, gotta let that dry. He won't stop eating. I know, I'm a mess. I'm always picking on him. It's just an easy target with that. I don't think he minds. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. This is some sloppy paint I'm doing here. Normally, I don't do this, so I'm going to be doing touch-up like crazy. Whatever. You see those little marks right there? Right there? Those little blue marks? That's my freaking pen. You've got to be really careful not to get, like, pen anywhere that's going to show. This is going to be pretty covered, I think. It's going to be set back in the door frame. But you'll still be able to see it. Pen is like a nightmare to cover. It repels paint for some reason. You can put 6 coats of white on there and the pen will just show through over and over again. Nah, I don't think he really minds. He seems pretty cool about that. Projects are yeah, always good to have multiple projects going though. You just get kind of fried out on one, or you can't get creative, and you can just kind of bounce around, and the perspective of looking at something different usually gives you other ideas about the other thing you were working on. I want to paint it anyway. Yeah, the pen was just measurement marks because I had to know where things were. You gotta roast the ones you love. Yeah, that is true. John, so that What a Funk studio you guys always film in, is that in like one of y'all's houses or something, like attached to the house, or is that a basement maybe or something, or you guys rent that space? It's pretty cool to have that, like almost has like a clubhouse kind of vibe to it. Oh, that's really cool. That's actually really cool being around all those artists like that. I mean, I don't know if you communicate with them a lot, but I feel like you know, draw a little inspiration from each other sometimes, or you know, if you need someone like specialized advice or something, I don't know. But that seems kind of cool. So many cool buildings, like spaces in New York. You know, like just older buildings and weird spaces. It kind of has like a creative vibe to that. I always like that stuff. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Well, you're a bunch of younger guys. You're gonna come off as like the rowdy bunch. Up 24 hours, you know, taking shots and slapping each other in the face with eggs. It's kind of, what are you gonna do? Stop painting that. I could just imagine, like, what did you say, like an old lady or something? She comes out, famous local painter. She like comes out painting her pet portraits, like she's just outside for a second, and like one of you guys are there with like half your head shaved off, and someone else's like egg coming down their face, walking around half naked in a sleeping bag. Kind of not surprising that they might have a certain opinion about you folks. But nah, I'm sure it's fascination. You don't really want to interrupt anyone, I'm sure. I can picture them seeing you bringing all the stuff in for a 24-hour stream. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like odd behavior. It's definitely going to stand out a little bit. Especially like, that's the cool thing about your live stream is how much traffic you have. Just because you're you wouldn't get that anywhere else, but like I think you guys are in Brooklyn, right? Somewhere like that where everyone is like kind of close. I mean, you do a stream and like 12 different people show up. Like here in Texas, that would be like people driving from 30 miles to get to you. Probably just wouldn't happen. What's next? How are these crates coming? Are they dry? Almost, but not quite. How long has this been going? Let me see. An hour and 53 minutes. Alright, not too bad. The other thing I gotta work on is this top piece right here. It's actually surprisingly hard to cut the shape of this to line up though. Texas is cool. It's very different than New York. You know, it's hot. It used to be really, really affordable to live here. Like the job market was fantastic, and when I came here, which was 1997, you could get a very small apartment, but you can get an apartment with all bills paid. They pay electric, your cable. I don't know if it included a phone line back then, but it might have. Water was included for like $450. And they were brand new apartments. You know, it wasn't like New York where you have like, a water heater, like those radiators that don't work half the time and all that stuff. No, everything was like brand new, central air. And eventually we got a 3-bedroom apartment next to the lake where I could just see the lake. It's like maybe 1,200 square foot 3-bedroom apartment, $825. So yeah, the prices on stuff now though, like in 1999 to around like 2002, 2003, maybe even a little later, a house around here for like a decent house, like not a crappy house, like pretty new, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, maybe 2-story, maybe 4-bedroom, would be priced somewhere between like $90,000 to $120,000. Now everything is like $400,000 and up, $300,000, $400,000 and up around here. So all the people coming from New York and California have definitely changed stuff. I bought a house. I don't have one anymore. Had some questionable decisions a long time ago, but it was like $114,000 for a 1,900 square foot 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and that was in 2004. Now that same house goes for like $390,000. So wild. 97 was a good year. That was a good year. But yeah, it used to be like there would be problems in the economy. Like when the housing crisis happened, we had tons of people come here from like Michigan, Chicago, and it almost like didn't touch us here. Like the economy was just strong in Texas. There's plenty of jobs. Didn't really feel that bad. But now it's a little bit more. Yeah. Like I remember I used to tell my dad if he wanted to sell his place on Long Island, he could come over here and buy like 4 houses. You could have like great like land and a lake house, a normal house, and all this stuff. And it's just not like that anymore. Maybe like out in a smaller town, but not here. This is a pretty big. Dallas is a big city. Dallas itself only has like 1 million some people in it, but that area, it's called the Metroplex. It's like all these cities right next to each other. There's like 8 million people. 6 or 8. I think it's 8 million people. It's a lot. Joe Rogan's fault? It might be. It might be. Man, I need a better plan on what to do here because I'm not sure what to do next. That's drying. Oh, did you? Yeah, I've been in this area since 1997, and so the things I don't like about the area is the landscape. It's flat. It's kind of boring around here. There's not a lot of roll to the land. There's not a lot of much of anything. It's mostly kind of flat land. There's a couple of man-made lakes. Drive-through frozen adult drink places, yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff in Dallas though. They had like I don't deal with it anymore, but they had a pretty cool local music scene down there. There's some decent art stuff down there, and up in Denton also is another town that's to the north of us, smaller college town, really well known for bands and stuff. What was that band? Bowling for Soup was from there. I don't know if you know that, but they were pretty big. I mean, to get a job and to like live a comfortable life, this area was really, really good. It still is far better than, I mean, Brooklyn, like, oh my God, how do you afford a house in Brooklyn these days? I mean, someone has to die and leave it to you, or you're like a doctor, maybe a doctor. I mean, can a doctor afford a $1.2 million house in Brooklyn? I don't know. That sounds like a stretch. Lower Greenville Avenue. Is that what you're talking about? I haven't been there in a long time, but yeah, Greenville Avenue with all the bars down, and Deep Ellum in Dallas is like the place where everything's crazy. But a lot of that stuff closed down during the situation we had a couple of years ago. There's still some of it there, but a lot of that business, those businesses suffered. You know, especially there was one place called, I think it was the Church. It was there forever, like 30 years or something. But you know, it was like it might have been the Lizard Lounge. I'm thinking of the Lizard Lounge in the Church. You can't have a crowd in one space. How are they going to possibly survive that for years at a time? Okay. Yeah, Briscoe, you're not wrong about that. And everything. Yeah, try to buy some eggs. Coffee cost twice the amount it did last year. I think we'll get some correction on that eventually, but I really want to move kind of out a little bit on some land and have, you know, room to build a nice workshop where I can kind of work on this stuff and maybe have like a YouTube studio set up. Yeah, it's crazy. It gets crazy down in Dallas. Lots of fun though. We used to go to like, you know, concerts and stuff, and then end up down there. I never drove or anything, so I was just like got drugged down to bars down there. But I didn't even know where we were half the time. I was wasted. I'll paint this. You know what's crazy is like streaming makes me hungry, thirsty and hungry. Like talking, it's crazy. Normally I wouldn't want to eat right now, but I'm like starving already. I feel like A&T. Yeah, because he uses up all his energy arguing with you, probably, man. That's what it is. He's got to keep that fire burning. I've always had a fast metabolism. John, for real though, how late do you stay up working on stuff? Like, do you not sleep, or do you like go to bed like 3 o'clock in the morning? I mean, Briscoe, it's early where Briscoe is. I think it's like just now midnight, but it's like 3 o'clock over there, dude. Okay, yeah, I'm about to do the same thing, because I'll be a mess in the morning if I don't get to sleep in the next hour or so. Well, half hour or so. Yeah, man. Take care, John. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, good conversation for sure. It's always nice to have a chit chat. I'm gonna be getting off here in a second, guys, so I will release. I'm not gonna try and keep Briscoe awake all night. Alright, well, I think I'm going to wrap this up now. Thanks everyone for coming by, and Briscoe, thanks for sticking around and talking in the chat. Keeps things going. Are you going to go to sleep now, Briscoe, or are you staying up? Yeah, night owl for sure. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I kind of want to do some earlier because there will be more traffic. But I like doing these late at night. It's kind of fun, kind of chill. Final Fantasy 14, very cool. All right, man. Well, take care, and I'll see you again soon.